Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm so happy you're here, and of course, I hope you already have an amazing day so far. For everyone who is new here, welcome. My name is Iani, and I'm doing this all about Christmas channel. On this channel, you will find lots and lots of seasonal decor DIYs, and of course, also daily decor DIYs. I hope you enjoy this. If you do, I hope you will give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. If you want to see more DIYs, come on over to my description box. There you find the link for our main channel, Deco Ease, and our short channel. So enough to see, go check it out. For today, we are going to make some new tumbling tower blocks DIYs. I hope you enjoy. Take out your tumbling tower blocks and join me. If you only want to watch, have fun watching everyone. For this DIY, we need only a couple of things. We need a package of course, our tumbling tower blocks. I have for two Easter Bunnies. They are from the very easy wood figurines, because you can find them anywhere. I think Dollar Tree, Dollarama, everyone has them, and also here in the Netherlands you can find them at the Action, so you can find them anywhere. And this one for me, I bought in a garden center for only €2.50, because they have some chips on the sides, because they are a little bit fallen over, so I couldn't get them a little more cheap. I have some piece of dowel. We only need a little piece. I don't know if I'm really going to use it, but you will see that in my DIY. Our glue gun, some wood glue, some furniture wax, some paint at your choice of course, glue sticks, brush and some scissors. That's all we need for this DIY. So the first step, what I did is just remove the tags on top of here. What we're going to do, I'm going to paint my bunnies in the black color, but you can choose any color. Probably the ones you will buy will be in the wood color, so you can change any color you like. I go for white to black. So then they can dry before we're going to make the middle piece. We're going to make an Easter toolbox. I don't know if that sounds right, an Easter toolbox, but at least something you can put some things in, and at least it will be with some bunnies. So I'm going to paint both of them, but of course I will do that a little bit faster than to bore you with my painting. Meantime, while our bunnies are drying, we are going to make first the start of our bottom, and that's very easy to do. We are going to take some tumbling tower blocks, and we are going to make 3 sets of 4, and 4 I mean in the longer sides. That means thus we're going to do it on the sides like this. Just do some glue on the longer side of your blocks. And of course, Alice was asking me what the sizes of my blocks were. Alice, this one are the bigger blocks. This one is 7 by 2.3 with 1 centimeter thick, like this. And of course, I don't really know how it is in inches, but and of course, I also have the smaller blocks, because they come sometimes in different sizes, and I don't know why. This one is a package of 60 blocks, and I have packages from 50 blocks. It is just where they are made from. I really have no idea what the difference and why they do it. This is just a stacking game, and every stacking game is more different. I don't know why and why they do it. I really have no clue. But of course, just it doesn't matter. The only one thing what is different is that your project will be bigger or smaller. But if you want to have a smaller project, then you have to go for the smaller blocks. But not everyone can find the smaller blocks, and even not the bigger blocks. So I really hope you can find something, but they are most of the time they are standing with the children's games, because also in my store they are not with the things you use for a DIY. They are standing with the children's games. So maybe also in your store they are placed in a different aisle. So, but you have to see, and of course I hear a lot of people have trouble finding them. It is sometimes really hard to find the blocks. But you also can from, you can also buy how you call it, a Home Depot, where you can find, I have to glue this first because I'm talking too much already. And I forget to glue. What I was trying to say is by Home Depot you also can use some a longer one, the same I have here with my dowel. This also a longer one, this a round one. You could also find one with maybe which is such a size as this one, and then you have to ask your husband or do it yourself to saw them in little blocks. You also can do it yourself. It's a little bit more work, I know, but of course there's always a way. If you really want to make it and you think this is something for me, maybe you also consider make the blocks for yourself. But like I said, you are so right, it is a lot of work. This is number 3, and now we're going for the last one, number 4. And now we have 3 packages of 4 like this, and I'm going to glue this 4 together. And I have to look that the ends are in the same measurement, but you can see already this one is a little bit shorter than the other one. So we're going to give them, of course, in the middle, like here. I have to remove my glue, or else my work will be a lot of like this. And I think I'm going for this one. I have to look if I've the sizes. This one is the same. This one is the same. The only thing which is really not a great ending is this one. Maybe if I turn it like this. I think I'm going for this one is the best. So I'm going to glue the sides like this. Place it together and squeeze it real hard like this. Now I'm going to go for this side. And again, I'm just going to place it against each other. Of course, I do it like this and try to get it as even when I have some little gaps. It doesn't matter. We work that later away. You see, we have now the whole bottom in one, and it's so easy to make. What we're going to do, we are going to give them some sides, but not a high side, a low side, but we are going to take 3 blocks, do some glue on the tops, and again glue this one together like this. This is one, and now we're going to do for the other side like this, and again place it against each other, squeeze it like this. This is already one, and we are going to make 2 of them. So one over here, and again place it against each other like this. And you see, every time I try to get away the glue immediately, and over here, and we're going to place this one against each other. So we also have 2 of the 3 parts. I have to get away like this, so we have 2 of this one and we have 1 of this one. So now we are going to make our bottom against the little bunnies. Now my bunny is dried up. I can use him for measurement. So you see already we have our bottom. We are going to place that a little bit in the middle like this, so we can measure out where we want to have our other 3, because we want to place them a little bit inside like this. And of course I have to go a little bit this way like this. Just measure out the way where you want to have it. For me, it's just an example. I just show you the way I do it, but if you want to move it a little bit like this or that, just go ahead. But I think I'm going for this. But before I'm going to do it, I thought already, because my DIY is always changing by the minute, because in my head there are so many ideas what I can do. So I'm going to take the side. I took 4 halves of our block, so just take a block and cut it in half a couple of times. So I'm going to glue 1 over here, 1 over here, 1 over here, in the 1 and the 2 like this. And we are going to make another one like this in a moment, and then we're going to place it on top of it, so we make a nice little fence, or how you can, at least a railing, just how you call it. So we are going to probably do it this way, or we are going to do it like this on the side. So I have to think about it, but I think it will be this way. So I'm going to go for gluing the sides like this. And of course it's very easy to make, because you can make very easily three blocks on top of each other. This one is for the other side, and this one will be for this side. So I'm going to do again a new piece of 3 like this. I have a feeling that this DIY is a little bit more chaos. Yeah, all my DIYs are chaos. All my DIYs are chaos, but this one is a little bit more, I have a feeling. But bear with me, I'm doing my best. Like this, and this one of course on top of each other, like this. Remove your glue, and what I'm going to do some glue on the half of one block, and make sure that all 4 of the blocks have the same measurement, because that's important. Like this. And we are going for this one in between the 1 and the 2, like here, exactly in the middle, like this. Also remove the glue from this one, and we are going for the 3rd one like this, and again we are going to do it between the 2 and the 3 like this, and again remove it. And the last, on the underside some glue, and we are going to glue this one at the end of this side. And now we are going to place the other one on top, and of course you can, I will show to you, you can place them just on top of this, like this one, of course, oh, this one, but you also can turn it around so it comes a little bit lower, and it gives more the feeling of a railing. I hope I say it right. Of course, railing, in the Netherlands we call it a railing. Railing. That's the Dutch word, but you think you know what I mean. So I think I'm going to measure it out. So I'm going to lay down this piece again. I'm going to place this one over here like this, and of course you can go for this totally at the end, but you also can do it halfway, and then you get it almost inside of the bunny, but you don't completely make it. So I think I'm going for the middle. So what I'm going to do, I lay this here, I'm going to do some glue on this, on this, on this side, and on this side. And now we're going to place it in the middle. At least we're going to try to place it in the middle, like this. You see, now we have a nice railing, like this, and we can place it against here. We are not going to glue it against the bunny yet, because we're going to finish off everything, then we're going to glue it in one time. We have the bottom, we have our 2 railings, and what we're going to do, we're going to place it on top of here, and I'm going to place a little bit out of the last block, like this, of the first, just how you count it. So I'm going to glue this on top of here. So I'm going to do some glue over here, like this, and I'm going to place it on here, a little bit like this. And I'm going to squeeze it and press it down until it is dried up, like this. This is already one side, and I'll show it to you. You see, we have a little bit of line, like this. And I see already a lime wire over here, but we will get that away, this one. And now we're going to do the second railing, and we are going to place it over here. And of course, squeeze it. And I think he looks very nice on this part. Now I'm going to go like here, And I'm going to place also this one a little bit off the line like this and squeeze it and press it down and keep it in place for a little moment until it is dried up. And of course I use now my glue gun because I want to do it a little bit faster, but you can use your wood glue. So then it's more study than this will be. So, but if you're a little bit careful, you can have a long time fun out of this little toolbox. Yeah, just how you call it. So this is already one middle piece, but of course also most of the time on top there's also one, you can use a dowel, but I think I'm going to go also for this one for the blocks, and I'm going to make again a 3-piece like this. At least if I get my glue gun off my of my thing. So this will be already one like this. Squeeze it and press it down like this. And we are going to do this one. And of course I have my bunnies in wood, but I also saw this wooden figurines with some eggs, some Easter eggs, and you can use maybe something out for the spring. And also bunnies can also go for spring, so you can only not use it only for the Easter, but you can use it for the spring season and do some greenery inside and do some lemons, just like we did with my DIY I did. Before this DIY I made an Easter basket, so if you want to see it, go over to the description box. There you find the link for the channel, and then you can see how I made the Easter basket. So of course we can do this one on the top of the bunny like this over here. So now we have everything ready to glue together. I have placed my bunny on a piece of kitchen towel because the sad thing about the chalk paint or schoolboard paint is that it is really damaging very fast. So I'm always places it on top of kitchen towel. It's a little bit softer. What I'm going to do, I'm going to use my wood glue to glue my pieces inside of here, because that works a little bit better than my glue gun, but it needs a little bit more drying. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go over this side like this, and I'm going to glue it and then on top of here. So I will do some glue over here like this, and over here, and on the top, and on this side, and on this side. And of course, like I said, it takes a little bit longer, but I hope it gives a little bit more sturdiness. And then I'm going to place it exactly in the middle of the underside of the bunny like this, and I wipe away like this, and I have to get it a little bit more on top like this. And now I'm going to let it dry for a little moment, and I even already placed the top heading on top of here like this. I do also do some wood glue on this piece we made with 3, at least I hope it will come like this. And again we are going to let it dry, place it in the middle like this, and just let it dry for half an hour until an hour. You see, I did some glue on the tops also on the other side, and now I'm going to place my bunny on top of here. So I'm going to do my best to get it in the middle, but we will see if I succeed or not. I hope I will, like this. And I have to get it straight on here and like this. And this one I let it dry for a couple of hours. And here you see how our little box is it turned out. This is the bunny on this side, and we have him of course also on this side, and this is he on the side like this. And of course we are going to do some furniture wax on this kind of pieces, but of course you can do it in some paint color, but then you could have probably colored it better earlier than before you glue it together. Then so if you want to have this in a white color, in another color, just paint it already before you glue all these parts together. That's better than you have to go inside of this right now, because with my furniture wax it doesn't matter, because I also take my bunnies with some furniture wax. It gives an even more like a darker black color. So I use a very cheap brand furniture wax. It's very easy, you can buy them in any store, but buy them cheap, I always say. Maybe you can also find them at the thrift store, I don't know. And now I'm going to just go over it and give it a nice rustic color. Like this, you see already how he's changing by the minute. And here you see already our little toolbox. At least I call it a toolbox. Of course, it is not really a toolbox, but I think you call it this way. But at least a little basket or what, however you call it. And I think he turned out very nice. The only thing I will do differently the next time is do 2 blocks wider. So not instead of 4, I will do as 5 or 6. Then he is a little bit wider, and you can do a little bit more inside of it. But of course, you could also do some little kind of Easter books or spring books standing up in the side of here. You can do anything with it. I just wanted to show you a very easy way to make a little display, which you don't need a lot of things for. You see already a little bit mess on my table with a couple of things I just cut out of my stash. Just some greenery I have here. This is from an old garland. I always say keep everything. I have some raffia in brown, in black and in white. I have some white baby breath, if I am correct. I have to show to you like this. Baby breath, and of course some little pieces of berries. I think a kind of green berries. I don't even know how this one is called, even not in the Dutch Dutch word of it. So that's not a great thing. Of course, when you also like for your bunny, you still can give it some googly eyes on the front, but I don't, that's not my privilege, but you can of course glue some googly eyes for the bunny. And I have 2 cute little bunnies like this, and of course they are already very big to place inside of here, so I have to work with it. So that's why I say I would do it 2 blocks wider. Like I said, I did 4, but I would do 5 or 6, so the opening here will be a little bit bigger to put some things in. But like I said, if you have some books or something else which is standing up, you also can use it very nicely. And he is very small. You can place them anywhere in your kitchen or somewhere else. Maybe you also can do some kitchen pieces inside of here. You can use it for anything, but maybe when you're going to make it, do it some wider. What I start with is just take a piece of garland like this, and I'm going to work my way inside of my box like this. Give it some lightness like this. I'm going to cut off the ends because I don't like the plastic of the ends. And I'm going to place this one this way around like this, and just go pieces out of the box. Don't push everything inside like this. And you see already, now you already have a nice little yeah, how you call it, base. I take some white raffia. You see already like this. It's one big mess. That's why I always don't use it a lot, because it always makes a lot of mess. But I am going to go out of go out of the box, so I'm going to take it a little bit over here and some inside, and try to squeeze it a little bit inside your greenery. So also the greenery is still coming out, and or else it is not totally coming out. Just take a piece of greenery and just make some greenery on the side extra, like here. Just go ahead, and I'm just going to cut out this kind of pieces. This is me too long, and we are going to place it inside. So it is very easy, just some greenery, some white raffia, and in any color you like. Place some greenery in here, and of course don't forget the back side. Or maybe you can run around it. And now we have our base. Like I said, it's very easy with some greenery and some raffia. We are going to take our cute little, and you see they are so cute. And I think I only paid $1.99 for them last week, so they are very cheap. And I'm going to place them in here. Of course, they don't fit totally because I have my handle over here. Maybe I should have done that also. But you never know. With DIY, you always come with ideas, and some pieces work, some pieces don't. But we are going to work with it, and we are going to turn it over, and we're going to place this little guy over here. And of course, he can come under it like this. I have to work a little bit with him like this. So now you have on two sides, if you have to use your box on each side, so you can use them on each side. Of course, what we're going to do, we are going to place some green pieces inside of here. And I'm going to take the berries because we want to need a little bit more structure. So I'm going for this one. Of course, I have to cut it out. And I'm going to just go some pieces over here, and I have some loose pieces you can place inside. Just do whatever you think you like. And I'm going to do one on this side over here. And of course, we also have another one over here. Maybe you can do it on the side of the bunny like this. And just work a little bit with it. And I think I need a little one over here, and I'm just going to cut out the plastic, and I'm going to squeeze it under the bunny so he gets more of a feeling that he is inside of something green. So I have enough of this one. Now I'm going to get some baby breath, if I'm correct, and I'm going to place them inside. Also take a little piece of the plastic, and again try to squeeze it inside of your display to give us a nice little white look. I always love the look of the baby breath, and this is so easy to make, and you can decorate it any way you like. This is just how simple you can do it with a couple of steps, and you already have a nice little display. I only want to use some lighter greenery. I have to take that out of my stash because I was thinking I need a little bit lighter green. So I got it. It's some boxwood, and you see this a little bit lighter green on the top. So I'm going to take off the plastic ends, and I'm just going to squeeze it also inside of my display. And I do it for no rhyme or reason somewhere. So just do whatever you think it's right. I do it on the side over here like this, and maybe I will do another one next to it to give it more volume like this, and also squeeze it in. And let's not forget that we do the other side, because also the other side is important like this. And we're going to turn it over, and we are going to do the other side also like this. And you see, this is so easy to make, and just squeeze it in. And maybe we can use an extra over there because it doesn't pop out enough for me. So again, squeeze it in like this. And I think this one also needs some baby breast, of course, over here, and just place it inside to give it a more nicer look. And we're going to do the butt of the little bunny because he is coming out too much like this. So I'm going to place some greenery over here. I have to squeeze it in right like this, and of course one under over here like this. So you see, we have a nice little display. In a moment you see the end reveal. And here you see a quick impression how our bunny toolbox turned out. Of course, now I have a purpose for my two bunnies I just bought. I had no idea what to do with it. So I'm really happy with my toolbox. And of course, in a moment, like always, I showed you a little bit closer. But of course, before I go away, and finally for you, I have to say thank you so much for being here and spending a little moment of your day again together with me. If you like this content, of course, I hope you will consider subscribing and give me a thumbs up, because it would help my channel a lot so to grow. So enough talking. Go over if you want to see more DIYs to our description box. There you find all the links for our channels. Enough talking. I wish you all a beautiful day, and I hope to see you on Wednesday. Goodbye, friends.